Well, it's no secret that Dune Awakening recently has had some game-breaking bugs. We're going to talk about that update and its implications to the game as a whole in this video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Dune enjoyer for well since the game has launched. And this is an update today, literally today's from the Dune Awakening Twitter. They put it on the Discord. They put the message wide. They're aware of the issues affecting the game and are working hard to address them. Bugs that we've been dealing with are the inventory being lost bug. You'll have stuff in your inventory and then it will just be gone for no reason. You won't die. You'll be switching an area and your inventory's gone. And something that happened to one of our biggest, most contributing guildies was that the recent PvE changes made it so that a control point spawned in a PvE zone. A PvP control point spawned on accident in a PvE zone and wiped out anything that was there. One of our guildies lost a carrier, a crawler, multiple thopters, filled to the brim of spice, not to mention the various, tech that was surrounding it. I think this person might have quit because I haven't heard from them in like 2 days. They were very active. I'd be frustrated if I was them personally. So these bugs are unironically causing people to quit the game and leave the game. But the devs are addressing this. Let's read through here and see what we've got. On Monday, we patched out a layout change of the Deep Desert, caused several areas of the PvE Deep Desert to become PvP enabled. This was another problem, not just the control points spawning in weird places, but PvP was turned on in areas that were PvE. This means that if your base was built in that area, you thought you were invincible, you thought you were good to go. Now you're not, and your base can be raided. People came back from work and their base was gone and their base was raided, all their stuff was taken. A good 4 or 5 people in our guild are straight up MIA after they lost all of their stuff. And that's more than 10% of our guild, because the guilds are only 30 something people. This is a big number, like 10% of people just losing their crap. You think about it in a game like Dune Awakening, where it's a multiplayer game, everybody is rushing for items in order to get in the Deep Desert and do the Deep Desert content better. We had the guy I mentioned before lost like 3 or 4 weeks of work. I don't disagree with him stepping away from the game for a little bit to clear his head. That's nuts. If you lose that kind of stuff to players, it's something else. But if you lose to a bug, man, that's just going to be hard hitting. So they're very sorry. They're working to reimburse vehicles and items to the best of our ability to players who were impacted by this. You can expect reimbursed materials items show up in the in-game claim rewards tab by end of week. So this is a W. We're going to give credit to where credit is due. This is good. Let's see how well this actually goes. The last 2 weeks of Dune Awakening, there's been too many bugs. It's unacceptable. We have lost viewers and gamers to this, and that's unacceptable. And I'm calling out the devs directly. You guys, I know you're working really hard. I know you are. My opinion, stop working on new content for like 2 weeks and get the dev resources onto nothing but bugs. Because if you put out new content and people are still having this stuff happen, they're going to leave anyway. They're going to come back for a day. Their inventory is going to be, oh, I'm missing an item, and then they're going to quit again. I know the devs are working. It's called armchair deving chat. I know nothing about the behind the scenes. I do know that the devs are working very hard. I'll go to the other side of this too. We need to be more merciful to the devs and give them some time here. We need to let them cook. The game is great. This is one of the best survival games in 10 years. And even though there's been some mistakes, we do need to have some grace and let them cook. Moving forward, as they approach the end of the launch phase, remember the game's only been out for like, what, a month? Are we at a month yet? Are we at 1 month yet? I think so. Our primary focus will continue over the next weeks and months will be to remove all identified exploits, cheats, in-game exploitation of items. In addition, we will be hard at work improving the game and quality of life features, addressing critical gameplay issues. There it is. W for the devs. This is great. This is awesome. Can I be direct to the cheaters? You are unironically stopping this game from going from great to incredible. The people that are being selfish, the people that are being only me, I'm going to win at someone else's expense, I'm going to cheat. You are stopping the game from being great. You're stopping the game from being incredible, and you're keeping it at great, and it is great. They have to dedicate dev resources to combat. They list cheating first. Client hacks. There's been a lot of hacks going on right now. People losing all their items because someone can like copy a game file if they're close to someone. I don't even know what the heck is going on with this. It's nuts. You cheaters are ruining this game. And I'm telling y'all directly, how the world works is if the more you're selfish, the more you get in trouble over time. And I'm not talking about just getting bans from a video game. This way of thinking is toxic and it's going to kill you. I'm telling you right now, you can do better. You don't need to cheat at a video game about gathering spice. How tiny do you have to be? Time for you to grow up and stop cheating in video games so we can all have a better experience. You're ruining the game for us by making the devs dedicate dev resources that should be going to new features, better game stuff, and instead we're having to combat cheats. We have zero tolerance for this type of player behavior. Good. I'm gonna go a little bit the other way though. Devs, I need you to react to this sooner. We've called out the cheaters. I understand that you guys are working hard. Somehow there needs to be a way that the reporting of cheaters is acted upon faster. I know that Funcom has told me personally and the other creators, if you see cheats happening, send us a clip, send us a screenshot. We will deal with it. Thank you for the work you are doing. I'm saying what I'm saying about being quicker on the cheating because we've had people report that they've lost entire bases, entire swath of items due to these cheaters, and it's been happening for weeks. This kind of stuff, the lack of speed to answer, is going to be what actually kills the game long term. They've been doing good work, they have, and personally I'd like to see it be not 2 weeks to get something, instead it's like a couple days. We've taken action against several hundred players that have abused exploits, cheats, and hacks. There'll be more waves of bans. Identify further culprits. Good. Amen. Thank you for that. In addition, we'll fix the following exploits, and then they list out some of the exploits. Let's see. Item and vehicle loss. We apologize. People have lost vehicles, resources due to various bugs in the game. This is what I was talking about with the control points. Ooh, Warlink tells me there's a method where they gain your player ID, and then they modify the files to spoof your ID. Logging in as you. Sure. That's cheating, baby. Ban them. Get them out. This is my point. Cheating in games, in a video game, proves that you are small, proves that you have nothing else going on, proves that you have a very bad life and you have to inflict on other people to feel tall. You're still short, you know, and I'm not saying height-wise, I'm saying in here. Get some help. Yeah, therapy's a fantastic thing. I'm in therapy now. It's great. Go talk to somebody. At launch, we lacked the tooling and logging to identify and reimburse all circumstances of item loss. Okay, you know, hey, I appreciate the honesty. This is a dev W. But we have been working on improving our tools so that we can better reimburse players for vehicle losses due to bugs. There's a backlog of customer support requests. We beg your patience for waiting for tickets to be resolved. Okay. I appreciate the candor and the honesty. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm calling to my community now. If you've lost something, report it and have patience. There's a proverb that says mercy is given. If you give mercy, mercy will be given to you. Devs, good job. We will have patience with you. We will. And the reality is the market dictates how much patience we will have. I'm telling my community, be as patient as you can. If other survival games have bugs that people lose items for and they get their items back in a week and the Dune Awakening devs take a month, the reality is people are going to go play the other game, not Dune Awakening. That's the reality. I'm telling my community, have patience, and devs know what the reality is. Our aim is to resolve support tickets as quickly as we can, including tickets that were closed near launch. We weren't able to properly reimburse players. This is a mistake that they're publicly admitting to. Another W. I'm telling you, chat, I believe in Funcom. There's been some rocky stuff the last 2 weeks. The recent stuff, this kind of honesty and integrity gives me hope in the game's future because they are being honest about what's happening. I don't see marketing speak here. I was a marketer executive, okay, for 10 years. There's no, we will endeavor to ensure maximum probability that your items are, nope, not this. It's, hey, we straight up turned off tickets that weren't done. This is a good thing that they're admitting this. If you've lost a vehicle and require assistance, submit a ticket in-game and include vehicle type, tier, when and how you lost a vehicle. Go do this, y'all. Go do it. Dev team has been also working to address root causes of the item loss in game. We have a dedicated team focused on mitigating vehicle item loss, server crashes, disconnects, server mesh transfers, and traveling between maps. To our players, we appreciate your continued support. We have a lot of exciting things planned for Dune Awakening. Despite a few bumps in the road, we hoped you are as well. Sincerely, Joel, Scott, Vlad, Ol, Funcom team. Ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some 07s in chat. This is a space gamer thing. It's a salute. If you're new, this is how we do it. 07s for Funcom. They're working hard, chat. This is a live service game. This is a game that came out, and even if, in my opinion, needed maybe another month to cook, another couple months, we know how investors work. We talk about business intelligence all the time on this channel. We know that they had to put it out because pressure from above. They put it out. The game was still great. There's been some bumps. The game is a live service game. Regardless what happens, we're going to report on it to you. Follow this playlist, bookmark it for the best Dune guides and news. And if you want more stuff like this, sub right here. We'll see you in the next video, y'all. Thanks very, very much.